everyone, it's Tori from Tori Mania. I'm sorry I've been away. January's been busy. Today is oh my God, it's the 12th. It's January 12th. It's been a week since my last video, if not longer. And I'm here to say hello. And today we're going to talk about 2017. I know a lot of people are doing roasts and doing 17 years in review. I have friends that have done both of those. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to tell you a story about 2017, a story time about how I got my identity stolen. And not a little bit, a lot, like with police and the state representatives and the military. And it was really big. But first, I'm going to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already and smash that bell if you want more stories about having your identity stolen. And give a thumbs up if you like this video. And a shout out to Hardesty and Kahlen Barry and Sleepless Astrologer. All fun stations you should check out. Not that I'm not shamelessly self-promoting Sleepless Astrologer. Shamelessly. Anyways, so it all started when I got a hit from Credit Karma that said that my score went from excellent to poor overnight practically, and they give you reasons why, and it listed a military bank that I owed them like $36,000 for 4 loans that I did not take out. So upon calling the bank to get more information about these loans, I found out that someone had used my old address, my social security number, my first name, my maiden name, and said that I was enlisted in the Coast Guard as a pilot. I had taken out 4 loans. I had paid back none of them, and they were pursuing collections on 2 and written off the other 2. And I'm not sure why or the reasoning or what, but once they got a hold of me, they started bombarding me with collection phone calls for the $36,000 instead of going after the people that they did not screen, did not verify was in the military, did not do any due diligence at all to see if it was me or not. They simply took their word for it and gave them 4 loans for the hell of it. And these people went and bought like barbecues and cars and tried to rent some property and took out a lot of cash. They stole like $1,200 out of an ATM. Yeah, they signed up for an ATM card. They stole $1,200 out of an ATM, and that was listed as theft. So at which point I went to the police and filed a police report for fraud and stolen identity, and they started to do their thing, and I enlisted a lawyer. And come to find out, when you enlist a lawyer and you CC a lawyer, correspondence with whoever you're working with to clear your name through identity theft, make sure your lawyer's not charging you each time you send them an email, because apparently my lawyer, despite the fact we were of acquaintance, for lack of a better word, charged me every time I even CC'd him. And that was working with a credit agency that's supposed to save your credit when you get your credit stolen. I can't think of the name of them off the top of my head, but they're very popular and everybody uses them. They can't do anything for you. The banks won't talk to anybody but you. They will not talk to a third party. You need a lawyer to write a letter to the creditors to kind of help dismiss you. Credit protection agency has to begins before the incident, not during or after. They're useless. They can't help you. If you are a victim of identity theft already, I think there's a group called Credit Watchdog or Watchdog Credit. I should know since I give them my money. I'll link that below. Um, they actually get involved in the middle of it and deal specifically with people who have had their identity stolen. But anyways, the point is that I had to go back and forth with this bank who is now calling me every day, like 3 times a day, for collection calls to get their money back. And I have to tell them that I'm not that person, that I'm a victim of identity theft and fraud. And at this point, their harassing phone calls makes them an accomplice to the fraud because their bank didn't do due diligence, neither did the military, and I'm going to sue. So that's kind of where we got. And I got passed along from department to department to department for like a month and a half with a stack of paperwork like this high. I'm not exaggerating. I was going to take it out to show you, but I mean, who gives a shit? And, getting names, numbers, and nobody was connected. Nobody was on the same page. And 3 days later, the collection calls would start again. I'd have to make a threats again. They'd send me back to their fraud department. I'd talk to somebody new. I'd have to explain the story all over again. And I'd have to CC my lawyer. Finally, the right person saw it after about 2 months. And I had to call like my state representative to write a letter to this bank saying that I was, being defrauded and I have nothing to do with this. And that's when they actually like put me in touch with the right person, to which I CC'd my lawyer, to which he charged me, to which I found a friend inside the police department who got me my paperwork a lot quicker and had it sent to my house instead of me having to go downtown and wait for it, which would have taken forever and been very scary, and send all this stuff together to the bank to get a letter from them, not saying that I wasn't responsible for it, but simply excusing me from the debt. Do you see the difference? They didn't say this isn't the person, she was defrauded, her identity was stolen. They simply said this person doesn't owe us any money, all debts are forgiven. And I couldn't get in touch with anybody to get the right letter. But by that time, I was so over it that I was like, fuck it. And then I had to go to all 3 credit bureaus with a stack of paper this big and send them that information to restore my credit. And all of this took about 4 months. So that took up my summer pretty much. And it was scary, and I am now, come to find out, on the black market with my information. So anybody could pose to be me at any time. So it's probably not good to be on social media telling the story with my real name, but I mean, it's already happened, and I'm with the right credit, protection agency now, and I have a better lawyer, and I will sue the fuck out of anyone who even looks at me cross-eyed. So, and press charges. If I ever find these people, I will definitely press charges. I just haven't looked, but I might, just for fun. So that it's easy to happen, and I don't know how long that they actually had my name and information. They could have had it for a year or 2 years. They could have done other things with it. I suppose I would have known about it through Credit Karma, but this was the first thing that Credit Karma picked up, so this is what they told me about. So watch your social security number, watch your bank account numbers, watch your PINs, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband. They are taking everyone's identity out there. It could happen to you. So be careful, especially if you're not using a Mac computer, if you're using one that's easily hackable. Or your phone. Don't put credit card numbers and shit on your phone. Easy to lose, easy to steal. And make sure that you talk with your lawyer, that you can keep correspondence with them for free and not get charged like $25, $50 every time you CC them, because that's super shitty. And if you're a lawyer and you do that to your clients, fuck you. And that's pretty much my story, my big story of 2017. So, be be careful out there. Again, if you felt this was a good PSA, hit subscribe, hit the bell button, because good stuff is coming for 2018. And give a thumbs up if you liked my tale of woe. Check out my 3 friends, Hardesty, Kahlen Barry, and Sleepless Astrologer, all on YouTube, and I'll link them below. And follow me on social media and all that shit I'm supposed to tell you to do. I thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Watch your credit. Love you for being my friends. Have a happy weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.